to use and to be reached. So the crisis in the River State politics is really, really affecting me. Jude, let me shock you. As at 6 months ago, I am selling a basin of Gary 6,000 naira.
Now.
But now, my wife is now selling a basin of Gary 13,000 naira.
Okay, let's go for a break, please.
Nigeriainfo will be right back.
No, if you are looking to find out what is really going on around Port Harcourt, right, there are some routes I like to encourage you to apply, particularly by public transport, not with your nice cars, right? So, number one, I think, this is my opinion, but number one, the Rumokoro, right, that's the old Ikwe Road now, so the Rumokoro to Maiwan route, just if you go there 2 times, right, just from there, reach Maiwan, then from Maiwan, just take the bus back, you are going to hear something interesting, something contemporary, something trendy about Port Harcourt, guaranteed. Then from Element Junction, right, down to My One, any of the routes there. So whether you are going to Artillery, whether you're going to go to Rumasi Money Market Junction, whether you're going to go down to Air Force Junction, whether you're going to get past to CFC, just once you enter a bus, right, or a vehicle that's going to run through that spine, right, I guarantee you, I guarantee you that you will find out something about rivers, about Port Harcourt that you probably haven't heard of, in the past week or two. Whenever I need to know what's going on in this city, those routes never fail me. And they didn't fail me yesterday. They did not. So, the goings on, is it really bothering? Now, some would say yes, for the sake of governance. The fact that, it seems as though, whatever decisions that need to be made are not being made in harmony because there are some disgruntled members or elements in that particular government house or in that cabinet or in government at the moment, whether they are representatives or not, higher, lower, there's some drama. But others are saying if the key things, right, are not being done, then it doesn't bother them. After all, fuel is still expensive. After all, Rumokoro to my one now is still 300 naira. After all, Gary is now 1,300 now. In some place 1,500 naira, right? Not for the full cost of rubber. Half of it now. That's what I hear these days. So if those things are going on, the man on the street says he's not bothered. He or she is not impressed by government because the things that directly impact on them have not changed. Is this true? We keep on talking about, voting in the right people. You should be concerned, you should be bothered. Yeah, you heard the clip. Don't collect money. Don't collect money. This is not the time to be collecting money. How much money can they give you for 4 years, for 3 weeks, for 1 month? Don't collect money. All right, fine. Don't collect money. But they are fighting. There's a wrangling. There's some political, brouhaha. There's some imbroglio somewhere. In the immortal words of children back in primary 4. Excuse me, sir. They are two fighting. That's what's going on. So, are you concerned? Should it bother you? Or, anything they want to make them do. Is that your stance?
The views and opinions shared on this program do not represent the position of Nigeriainfo FM. Nigeriainfo, let's talk.
With Jude on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
As always, 017-923-0003, 017-923-0007, 017-923-0003, 017-923-0007. All right? At Nigeria Info PH, at Nigeria Info PH is where you find us on Facebook and on X. At Nigeria Info PH, at Nigeria Info PH is where you will find us on Facebook and on X. WhatsApp is 0809 030 6416, 0809 030 6416. All right, that's where you find us. Please don't call that last number. Just send us a message. It's a WhatsApp message or an SMS. You should be able to get to read them on that particular number. Shall we? Okay. All right. So let's get straight to the most recent ones that have come through. All right. This one says, market women and motorbike agboros most times usually have a very negative perception of the state of the polity. That woman is very ignorant about her perception. Truly, after our invisible God, the visible God we see is government. What they do, the decisions and actions that they take affect our living standards of our people. For example, immediately after President Tinubu was sworn in, the removal of subsidy announcement, it has been from one stage of suffering to another. And God is still helping us coming out of it. That's Vincent Odoy from our Order East. We have Daniel in Imo Gate and Ola who is at LMF. But let's get to hear from Daniel first. Daniel, good morning to you, please.
Good morning, Jude.
Welcome.
Yes. At my age now, I don't really enjoy many Nollywood different drama. But this one now seems to be interesting. Yes. Because you had what you said, somebody was discussing at the board. If you look into it properly, no matter how you say government will affect everybody, I am telling you, ordinary Nigerians has no take there. Yes, that is the truth. It is just for them, by themselves, and for themselves alone. So, for us that is watching, we are watching it with gladness. You see, when this thing started, they said they went to Abuja and the president's 8-point agenda and all the rest of them, both of them shook hands. And I spoke in Igbo language, Impi in particular. I told the radio stations that I called, I don't know whether it is Nigerian. I said, in Impi language means this just started unfolding, and I think we are seeing more of it. Let me stop here. I think Daniel from Imoge.
All right, thank you very much. Daniel is the element. Daniel, good morning to you, please.
Sorry, not Daniel, Ola.
Sorry, Ola, I beg your, Ola from LMA. I beg your pardon.
Right. Okay. Ordinarily, waiting for consigned vulture with barbing saloon.
Jesus.
When God don't barb the head already.
Wow, what a parable.
But then, well, if the governor is distracted, as we are saying, it will be difficult for him to implement policies that will favor all of us. So, in one way or the other, whatever is happening at the state government house or even at the federal level affects us. So, we should be more concerned about it and begin to help them pray for peace come so we all can enjoy it.
Okay.
That's my own opinion.
All right, Ola, thank you very much. Ola says, well, it concerns everybody, so people should pray for peace. Now, let's get back to WhatsApp now. Very interesting stories, reports rather, coming through. Good morning, Jude. The truth is that when the eye cries, the nose suffers. We are negatively affected by the political crisis in River State. Chigo from Ogbakri. All right, Chigo, thank you very much for that. Money, in bracket, greed is involved. That but as might fight must work out soon. I know some might be caught. I'm only applying to this. That's from George. The average Nigerians that government is too far. So what we heard that woman say, it was a perception of governors, the House of Rep on the street, how liaise those people daily fuck up with every day. They do. So incidence is high up and they are low down. Why the system failed Nigerians. And the woman be feel that what's in government house is not her business. She doesn't know. She's people who, whether she did or she didn't vote. Kelvin says, whether you voted or you didn't vote, that person or those persons are there. Either of your you was commission mission. Kelvin is saying. Kelvin is, if I'm not telling you correct, could you correct me and let me? All right. What I read, that's it. How far is the government? The average government is too. Maybe that's why. And it was a very interesting conversation because there were very straight divide. One who supported her, yes, just do their own, and those who say no, madam, if this person don't get that space, I don't get good. Let's say they go give contract, go there, if you know what going, road go there. Maybe we all put. In fact, one of them that the market will make, the market will all come together and go to the house and complain about this thing. Really? What for? I will phone again and for you put the gesture. Please arrest the risk. There goes. About 09034160809006416. Let's travel, the information highway and let's say hello. Those of you who are sending messages always at Nigeriainfo. Here you'll find us on Facebook and on X at Nigeriainfo. John Station, and I want to your comments on the program. So far, talking the political climb here in River State. I asked you, are you bothered with the goings on? You should bother or like some said, maybe they do, because I made it do. Conflict was forced to settle with this case is the height of psychopath. Says the governor will continue to operate, control, and resource and source and government of River State to the death of the people and the state just because he brought in Fubara as governor. That is only people are fully on the governor to share state resources and see governors to that man. Just as he helped brought him in now, can this happen in society? What do you mean hijack? Where did you get that from? Okay, I can't continue because there's an allegation here. I'm sorry. Good luck. Thank you very much. Hector in Ogbogoro. Hector, good morning.
Good morning, John.
Good morning, Hector.
Good morning, Nigerians.
Welcome.
For some time now, I've been quiet over what is happening in the political dramas. Because I just decided to keep it for certain reasons. But there is a saying that the biggest or the worst illiterate is the political illiterate. Those who decide that politics, the activities of government and politicians is none of their business, because they don't know that it is the activity, it is the policies and decisions of government, and the politicians in the system of in government, their policies and decisions that affect them directly and indirectly. The cost of Gary in the market, the cost of this, the cost of yam, meat, transportation, gas. It is the decisions of those in the system. And so if we decide, or some people decide that it's none of their business, to them, they don't know even that they are being affected. And so we should not leave, politics should not be era of politics. and there is a time for governance.
For governance.
And I believe that the moment the election is over and somebody, the winner has taken over, maybe sworn into office, governance has started. But over here in River State, from morning to night, it is politics. Even the food that we eat, they play politics with it. The water we drink, they play politics with it. So politics, that is what the whole Nigeria knows River State for. In fact, it's like River State exports politicians to other parts of the state, the country. I think I just want to be on a neutral ground and say that it is enough. But for now, let us wait till 2027 or maybe towards 2027. In Nigeria, we believe that they use 2 years to play politics and 3 years for governance. But over here in River State, I think the narrative has already changed. From 4 years, it's politics all throughout. And it is not going down well with us. That is my point. My opinion. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Hector. Well said. Zion is in GRA. Zion, good morning to you. Welcome to Hello Port Harcourt.
Yeah, Jude, good morning.
Good morning.
The present issues we are going through in the state is affecting the state in all ramifications. But we are still grateful we have a governor like this, Governor Simfubara, whom amidst the troubled waters is still laying foundations. Sir, what this issue is costing us is running to billions of dollars per investment consigned. You don't know that when investors look at your state or your country, they are not looking to come and dash you money. They are looking to come and make profits. True or false?
Okay.
And one thing they consider, how valuable is that environment? If we want to go into cassava processing now, since it's a processor, I'm raising like an investor now. In our farms, and this problem, are you sure unknown gunmen will not come into that our farm and be disturbing our workers, steal our equipment? There no need to go there. Moku forget, Moku wait first, make them settle their problem. Are you seeing the thought of an investor? Don't forget, before the notorious guy, what is the name of it that was neutralized recently now from the other houses?
Okay.
Tubaba.
Okay.
Were you aware that over 5 generator soundproofs were in his possession? Who owns those soundproofs? Companies own those soundproofs, and they charge them to come and bail him with 20 million naira. The companies cannot pay, and they left the generators with him. This problem is causing us serious problem. It's also brewing a lot of issues that we know nothing of. Even though we are in radio, we don't want to say some things. But normally, if there is peace, total peace, like when the governor awarded the ring road, you saw how Nigeria was charged up. Really? Because in the history of Nigeria, this is the only governor that awarded single project with such amount of money. 200 billion. Investors started eyeing. I will go there, seek for contract and be supplying sand. And when they start supplying sand, who will be employed? Is it not reverse people? Who will drive the trucks? Who will pump the sand? And do you know that one just engaging one contractor, you have engaged directly and indirectly over 20 people. People will cook food, people will buy food, you know, so
fair enough.
Woman,
yeah.
We are losing a lot. I'm asking the governor to go and beg the minister, we should stop that comment. The office of the governor is an hallowed environment. In some premise, the governor is even more stronger than the president. In some premise, I don't say he's stronger than the president. In some premise. So for now, if Governor Yesom, former Governor Yesom Wike love River State, let him come to River State, apologize to the governor, apologize to the elders of River State, apologize to River State.
Hello? Hello? Oh, okay. All right, apologies there. That was an interference from the service provider. Good morning, Jude. Abuchi. Okay, Iro Abuchi, rather, says, please, everybody should be concerned about what's happening, about what happens, rather, in government. Decisions coming from there affect all equally. Interesting. Says, I advise the governor to jump ship, jump the party, and build his own structure for 2027. He has time now. I greet you. All right. Interesting. Ima Harry sent us a message. I'll go back to the phone line shortly. But Ima Harry says, good morning, Jew. We should be concerned on the development of the state. So it is the 3 Gs that rule the world. So when the Gs are beginning to make some funny moves, we should be concerned. The G's are God, government, and guns. We should be concerned on the second G Wahala. Ima from Choba. All right, thank you very much. Now, this one says, come to think of it, why do we think politicians always try to handpick their successors? Is it because of the love that they have for the state, or perhaps to keep protecting their own personal interest? So can a right-thinking man therefore say that an ex-governor did the state a favor by putting in a successor in office? We should always go for we should always go for Thanksgiving anytime the wicked footballer situation arises. We need independence. We don't need rubber stamps. Whether we can handpick footballer or not, one thing is clear: Rivers State would have still had someone elected as governor. We didn't beg anyone for this. So, this imbroglio, this drama, this two fighting is leaving a very unsavory taste in many of you, apparently. It concerns you, apparently. It should bother you, apparently. If it doesn't, well, some of the responders we had this morning are trying to make you see why it should. But whether you do believe or not, what would you like to see happen in the state? That's where all of these things, eventually will, converge to. Whether you believe or whether you're bothered about the goings on, whether you're not, it gets to a point. So that destination, because this is a journey, and the journey is going to get to a point. It's going to get to its conclusion, its finality. Where are you expecting this to get to? 017-923-0002, 0817923-0003, 0817923-0002, 0817923-0003. All right, at Nigeriainfo PH, at Nigeriainfo PH is where you will find us on Facebook and on X. At Nigeriainfo PH, at Nigeriainfo PH is where you find us on Facebook and on X. Well, Tino is on the line. Let's get to hear from Tino is speaking to us from Rumukurushi. Tino, good morning.
Hello, Jude. Good morning.
Good morning to you.
How are you doing?
Very well.
Okay. Jude, from the look of things, what is happening in Rivers State is a case of godfatherism. Yes. You see, it's unfortunate that we keep on saying it, that our votes don't count.
That's not true. Your votes do count.
Jude, you know it deep down in you that you know what I'm saying is true. Because the people actually decide who becomes their leader, a lot of things will not play out. Look at Abia State. From the look of things, the people chose the governor. And you can see how things are working out. What is happening in Rivers State today is a proof that the issue of godfatherism is a big problem in our governance. How can someone say he single-handedly picked up somebody to become governor? I made you governor, I made you this. So where does the vote go? That is the truth.
He may have been speaking metaphorically. You know how people go, oh, if I did not, open doors for you, if I did not whisper in the right ears, and let's be honest, Tino, nobody does anything on their own. Even you, before you go and buy a car, you speak to a dealer. You don't just go and carry the car from the factory. Maybe that's what the former governor, I beg your pardon, was making reference to.
Jude, forget this thing. We know all these things. You yourself, you know. I know this. I know what you are trying to protect. You understand? You see, what is happening in Rivers State today is uncalled for, to be honest. Even though some people say they knew that this was going to happen, but they never knew that it was going to happen so quickly. Yes, please, Wike should leave Rivers State alone. Don't rule his own, go. Making Allah, let there be peace in Rivers State. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Tino. Everybody thinks they know what I know. I don't know. My job is to ask questions and make sure that you have the proper space and time to express those views. All right, so we'll wrap up very quickly. We have a full show, like I said, for you today. A lot more coming up. I can't wait for the 11 o'clock mark. If we could, we just fast forward the time. But good things come to those who wait. All right, so 017930002, 017930003. This one here is from H. H says, and Jude, we should be very concerned about what's going on. However, it's not just enough to be concerned, it's enough to be participatory. People should carry up their placards and start to ask for the governor and the governance to become closer to them. Owa is speaking to us from Iwofe. Good morning to you, Owa. Hello?
No, I'm not hearing you.
Oh, can you hear me now? Good morning.
My name is Owa.
Owa,
and I'm calling from Iwofe.
Yes, good morning. I heard you. Go very quickly, please. Are you bothered?
Okay. Okay, I've been connected.
Yes.
You see, you asked one question that how do we expect, what is the expected end of all these wranglings in Rivers State? For me, I would love a situation where there will be peace. And how will that peace come? Let it be that the past governor, the present minister of the Federal Capital, let him withdraw all his arsenals and whatever he's doing. Because the thing is that the governor comes and the governor goes, and another one takes.
Okay, that's how it is. Governor comes and goes. We'll be back after the break, please.